Let's get it. Rob Frank, real name, no gimmicks. Flow vicious, unlike most niggas. All for your ears, my pictures are so vivid. I speak illa, P. Miller, my flow has no limits. Niggas sounding outrageous, saying I sound dated. Everyone knows you can't place dates around greatness. Can't fathom the flavor I'm bringing, they all tasteless. But yet they gravitate to that fake shit. Explain this. Shade thrown based on the team in which I make home. Try to recruit me, then screw me, therefore I stay alone. Fuck that. Hate the politics, but I love rap. Winning when niggas said that I couldn't. Yeah, I love that. Big money scheming, I squeeze in where the fun's at. Playmaker, what's a haymaker to a love tap? But peep how I handle mine. A parachute, but I ain't aiming for your pants when it's hammer time. Real MC, I'm the rarest kind. Spewing words to the universe. A genius letting my message expand with time. When you see the flash, it ain't the camera kind. Text go stupid, no retro shooters that come through bearing nines. To all my peoples out of town and back in the hood, my apologies for not calling as much as I should. The love's forever strong, don't get it misunderstood. But y'all, I keep it 100, just like you know that I would. But it's a lot of shit going on, I'm trying to get it right though. Express my feelings through a raw beat and some nice flows. Misread my skills, niggas thought it was a typo. Your boss sucks, like your lyrics underwent lipo. Got enough soul to tap dance on a tightrope. Standing out like the ink spot on a white coat. I cruise on the beat, you need a lifeboat. Get my direction from the Lord, you need a life coach. A cool dude, but I'm kinda wild. Got your man squeezed, tiptoeing on my projectiles. Rob Frank the underdog with the loudest sound. Honey's coming over cause they know the goods are not brown. Do something and quit the babble. Let's play a game, 2 hits you. I'm tapping another rappers, the top blows. How they found you with rounds in your head like you preparing for a battle.
Coming to you with another exclusive program, and I just want to thank everybody for the 5K. I'm over 5. This might come out a little choppy because I think when you use green screen, it's just it's used more. I'm trying to get this together, but forgive me. I'm gonna put the link in. Matter of fact, put the link in. I just put the link in. I'm hoping my brother Under Darkness will come through. Maybe we could chop it up. I want to this program. I'm not really just want to do a quick live just to get things off my chest. Shout out to my brother Underrated Darkness. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cool Gamer, for showing me love. Thank you. Appreciate you. Just want to just show my appreciation and everything. I said it takes a lot of dedication. Let me take this off. Yeah, I want to do green screen, but this might come out a little choppy. But I'm just gonna just go through it. Life is not perfect, but what can you do? Just put the link in here. Here. Great. Let's see. Let's put the link in here. So I want to address some things real quick, and I want to just end it on this note. Last program, I talked about a couple of folks. I didn't mention no names, but as this particular person, you're always going to have your haters. You're always going to have people that's going to drag your name into beefs and all that stuff. And I want to address it to this fake black nationalist, or whatever you want to call himself, Mr. Coxson. That's his new name. With his little lame arena. But I want to say this. I don't want to have to start pulling up on people's live streams. I don't want to start pulling up on people's live streams. I will do it. I'm not for play. You know, I would tell Coxson to keep my name out of his mouth. I'm not that dude. I'm not that person. And you could keep listening to people that comes from the cuckoo's nest all you want. Even when they admit, hey, I'm crazy. I came from the crazy house and I've been there for 10 years. Something is terribly wrong when you listen to people like that. So, Mr. Coxson, just keep my name out of your mouth. This is a warning, because I will pull up on your live stream. I will embarrass you in front of your friend, Ranga Tenga, the tiger looking dude, and that other dude, McDonald 20. I will embarrass y'all guys. Keep my name out of your mouth. And as you know, these people, the nut the mental patient and Coxson, they of course they don't get along. They don't get along. People always want to make it seem like, oh, they're shocked that I got 5K. I must be doing something illegal. But I never was a type of person. That that had to buy friends. I'm not the one that gave out $6,000 in a raffle to get friends. I never bought tires for somebody. I never bought chairs for somebody to be my friend. I never bought laptops for people. I never donated $50 to people that I haven't seen before. I haven't done none of that stuff. I haven't done these things to promote my channel, or at least or pay people to come on my channel. I haven't done that. I don't do things like that. I think that's pathetic and lame. But again, I don't want to have to pull up on people's live streams ever again. So to Coxon, you continue driving your Tonka trucks. We already know you don't have a company. I don't know why you lying to people. You don't have a company. You're a fraud at the end of the day. You're a fraud. So, I don't want to have to start pulling up people. That's the reason why Bozo Muhammad don't do live streams no more. This is the reason why he don't do live streams no more. Because he's afraid that I might pull up on his punk ass. He's afraid that I might pull up on his punk ass. This is the reason why he upload already recorded videos on his platform. And I notice now he's more religious-fied than ever. He talks about God and everything. He wasn't like that a few years ago. I did that to him. So I want to talk about a couple of things. And I want to, one of the things I want to talk about is leadership. I want to talk about leadership because a lot of people don't know what leadership is. A lot of people don't know what leadership is. You know, I was thinking about something and somebody brought this to my attention that Bozo Muhammad is still laughing, or he still think it's funny about some joke that his so-called Muslim brother has said in the past. He still talks about that. Oh, I still think it's funny. And I know why he does that, because he does that because because I cut that dude off. I cut him off. So now he has to run with that. But that's not leadership. You show me that you're not a leader. I had my daughter, when I remember, never forget this. My daughter was 9 years old. She was celebrating her 9th birthday. Her 9th birthday. I'll never forget this. And one of my wife, her friend, one of her friends came in where she came with her son. And her son was about 4 years old at the time. And I never forget this. He had these the crowns that they had was like birthday crowns, little female birthday princess crowns. And, as a boy, hey, what's up, Sister Catherine? How you doing? What's up, sister? So, and I never forget this because he started to put the crowns on the girls, right? Started put the crowns on the girls. And as a boy, I thought that, and I'm just observation. I was just observating, like, wow, like he really start to notice, like, to appreciate the I could tell when he gets old, he's gonna appreciate the black woman, and he was he's a little boy, he putting the crowns on the little girls or whatever. But there's always that one that was like, get that off me. I don't want that on my head. I don't want that on my head. So she was like, I don't want that on my head. Very nasty. And his name is Jacob. That's the kid's the little boy's name, Jacob, who was 4 years old. My daughter's friends was around her age, between 8 and 9. And I think it was like 3 of them. And one of the girls like, I'll get that off my head. You know what my daughter said? Don't do that. He's just being nice. Don't do that. Don't be mean to him. And the girl, but I didn't want that on my head. He shouldn't be putting that on my head. She said, but still, you should not, don't act like that to him. He was just being nice. She checked her friend. And I sat back and I said, wow. She showed leadership. She wasn't worrying about keeping no friend. She knew her friend was wrong, and she checked her. She checked her. And she was only 9 years old. I was very proud of her. Very proud of her. And she told him, she said, you don't have to act like that. He's just being nice. So you have a young girl that showed leadership, that showed that, hey, she don't care about friendship. It's all about principle. It's all about respecting people. But you have a grown man like Bozo Muhammad who claimed that he loved black people, who claimed that he's a god and all this stuff, claimed that he's a black leader, but he wasn't man enough to tell another man, hey, brother, you're wrong. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that today. I know that brother. I think I know who you're talking about. He's a good brother. And he was the only one that was there for me when I asked him to speak with me in Philly, while everybody else abandoned me, including my so-called brother. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about nobody here. This is a place of building relationships or rebuilding relationships. That's what he should have said. Instead of going around saying, oh, I think it's still funny. So you don't, to me, you're not even real to the people. You're not even real to yourself. You're a fake. So I was very proud of my daughter when she stood up for somebody that couldn't really defend themselves. She didn't care if that girl was her friend. She didn't care. It was about principle. You don't mistreat people if somebody is being nice to you. If somebody hasn't done wrong to you, you don't mistreat them. And she showed that somebody that, hey, if we mistreat somebody, it's going to be somebody, hopefully, because she wanted to be that person. No, I'm going to defend the righteousness. I'm going to defend the righteousness. But you got a lot of black folks, they talk all this, I'm for my people and all that, but they all for wrong. They all for wrong. Leadership. You got a lot of people out here. Tariq Nasheed is not a leader. He talks about how his FBA supporters have been brought back. They've been brought back. They've been raped. Now, why would you say that? Why would you tell your supporters, oh, yeah, we've been broke back. Our back was broken. Why would you tell people that? That's not what leaders do. So, like I said, this is a spontaneous program. Like I said, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for the 5K. I never got around to do that. But there's some things I do want to discuss, and hopefully somebody could, if they want to come on and build with a brother, you can. I'm cool with that. But there's a lot of things that's going on that I do notice. People don't want to really take care of themselves like they should. I noticed that. Like with me, I'm going back to the gym. I just started Monday. And because I realize I'm getting older and I want to feel younger. And that's what I'm doing now. So that's the reason why I haven't been doing lives like I wanted to. But I think health is very important, and people need to take care of themselves. Wearing a mask is not going to save your lives, not going to prevent you from getting sick. You're going to get sick. You're going to get sick. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, well, I haven't got sick in 2 years or whatever, that's good. That means you're detoxing. That means you're cleaning, because mucus create colds. You know what I'm saying? So when you're coughing and all that stuff, that's because you gotta get rid of the mucus. Mucus tends to build up over time. Hey, shout out to my Rennie P. Hotel. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. I don't know if this thing is a little choppy. I'm trying to I just started just using this background. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm just using this background here. At 5K. So just started to use the background and just trying to get used to this green screen I have and everything. Just trying to change it up, trying to make things, a little interesting. But we got to take care of our health. We have to start focusing on ourselves sometimes. We can't be worrying about, sometimes we can't worry about everybody else. A lot of people don't want to be helped. A lot of people don't want to be saved. Even information. And even though you got people out here that all this information out here or whatever, people still will be drawn to foolishness. They want to still be entertained. They don't want to learn anything. They don't want to study anything. They rather just argue the same stuff over and over again. I went on this one panel where that's all they do is attacking Pan-Africanism, attacking Pan. That's what they do. That's their goal. They think they can just grow their channel just attacking Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism been working for over 100 years. It's the only solution. It's the only real solution. And once you understand Pan-Africanism, your life will get better. Your life will get better. People are so look what Steve Harvey. I'm gonna play you what Steve Harvey has said. I'll just play the audio. Listen to what Steve Harvey said. I'll play it on my phone. I'm going to play you what Steve Harvey said. Just give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Now listen to what Steve Harvey said. Shout out to Brother Bakari. He could come on too. Hopefully he come on. We could chop it up. Underrated. Oh, my brother. Come like that. I'm giving all my friends to come through. Catherine, if you want to come through and build with a brother, you can, but the link is in the chat. There we go. Now listen to what Steve Harvey said. I'll just play the audio.
I was in Ghana. We came to Ghana a week ago to commemorate the 400 years the first slave ship left. It was the second worst day of my life. The worst day of my life, my mama died. I never really fully got over that. But standing in them dungeons, where they took us from, where they stripped us of our heritage, of our land, of our lineage, that we were kings, chiefs, queens, landowners, they took us from you. When I stood in that castle, I couldn't even stand up. See, for us to come to Africa, you don't know. See, you live here. You've been home your whole life. You here. When we come here, it's like coming home to a place you've never been. That's what African Americans feel when we come here. I don't know who, but when I stood in that slave dungeon, one of my ancestors was there. And I failed. I couldn't even stand up because one of my ancestors was in that room. Man, see, then we went to the second castle. I didn't have that feeling. I was just angry at what they did to us. How dare you create such an evil scheme to strip people of who they are and take us to this land far away where we were hated even more. And then we go over here and we build a nation. We built America. There are families today in America still benefiting from the billions of dollars from the slave trade. They opened up canneries, tobacco fields. They opened up ketchup companies. They opened up dealerships with the money that their ancestors made off of slavery. And this country still benefits. The great America, which I was born in, still benefits from the slave trade. This atrocity lasted 400 years. 400 years. Some of us, African Americans, are the first ones to ever set foot of where we from. You and I are the same. When I'm walking around Botswana, I ain't no stranger. Y'all mine, I'm yours. I'm black like you. I'm African. So you don't understand. I'm 62 years old. I know you can't believe it. I'm so fly. I'm so fresh and clean. I'm so dope. I drip. You understand? I'm with it. I'm the flyest 62-year-old on the planet. Outkast wrote a song about me. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh and clean. That was about Steve Harvey. Huh? I've been around long enough. I was born in 1957 when we was niggas. I lived until they started calling us colored. I lived until they called us Negroes. I lived until they called us black. And we finally understood that we Africans. So now in America, you have to identify us as African Americans. I've been through the whole gamut. You can't tell me nothing about this here. You know how hard we fought to identify with you? So we got to start embracing one another. We need to come here and feel you. We need to come here and embellish you. We need to come here and teach you what we learned. Now, America's a land of opportunity, if you want it, but it has its problems for us. When we get pulled over by the police, we can get killed. Slavery over, apartheid over, the residue is still there. We go into a store with a hoodie on, we walk down the street with a hoodie on, Trayvon Martin, they kill us, they get off, they go home. The man selling cigarettes in New York, police chokes him to death, kills him, he go back to work. Philippe up in Minnesota, stopped by the police on Facebook Live. Watch him shoot the black man. The girl said, "Why did you shoot him?" He said, "I don't know." He free. The police that beat Rodney King to death, to a pulp, they free. Huh? That's why we said, hold up. African American. And as successful as I've been over there, as wonderful as I've created life for my family, I want nothing more than to come home. Nothing means more to me than to come home. You've been on my vision board for 7 years. Africa has been on my vision board.
Man, I swear, man, I thought that was the deepest thing. And like I said, I love it when celebrities like Steve Harvey start coming around. And just like he said, we're African. He said their job was to dehumanize us. That's Pan-Africanism. He said, I'm coming home. You had Richard Pryor did the same thing. Richard Pryor did the same thing. He went to Africa, he came back, stopped using the N-word. He said, my people ain't niggas. But you got somebody who claimed they for their people. I love my people, I'm for my people. But you use the N-word like crazy. Brother Bakari, he supports HSBCUs. And you got black people saying, putting it down. Had a beautiful conversation with Brother Bakari's son. Wonderful conversation, great bill. And shows me his son is equipped with knowledge. Because the education starts from home. Our education starts from home. Your history starts from home. That's African. You get your information from home. You don't wait till it's some college to teach you that, or the elementary school. It would be nice. But there's colleges and these schools supposed to give you the skills that you need for any profession you decide to get into. I don't care if it is sports or electrician or being a musician or whatever the case is. It's supposed to give you a skill. They should. I mean, be honest with you. If you, I don't think that should. They should just don't even teach history at all. I don't think they should even teach history. The schools is supposed to teach the students skills. You know why? Because older people are getting older, and sooner or later they're going to retire. So this is the reason why you need people. You need fresh people to take over positions on jobs. But your history starts from home. So you got black people. Oh, they don't teach black history and all. They don't teach African history. That's not their job. That's not their job to do that. Colleges or schools, whether it's elementary school or junior high school, high school, college, is supposed to teach people skills. Supposed to teach people. People probably want to be scientists or work at a laboratory. You know, science is very important. There's a reason why I don't understand. You got some black people is afraid of taking. They don't like DNA tests. They don't like DNA. Why? They don't like DNA. They use DNA in everything. They use DNA in everything. I don't know if I'm feeling this way. Because I know is every time I use this green screen, it's just, you know, the router is not, just want to make sure. Okay. I might have to just do it this way because if it's I might just leave it like this for now. But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot, even when you talk to some of these cats, they have this they bring out all this false information, and now they pushing this, oh, black people are the real native Indians and all this other stuff, you know. And like I said, all this is self-hate. So, but I'm so proud of people like Steve Harvey that went back home, that's showing that, hey, yeah, I'm a comedian, but hey, I want to know who I am too. I want to know who I am too. No, Steve Harvey is not a leader, but he's showing you that, hey, I'm no different than anybody else. Being a comedian is just a career to make money. Let me up here. So so it's good to I was so proud of Steve Harvey when he did that, and it shows that people are coming home. People are saying, hey, go to Africa. That's the reason why I don't listen to people. I don't listen to people who talk about a continent that they never been. You haven't been to Africa, so why are you like the crack baby from Michigan? He's like, oh, he making these videos on the dark side of Africa. And I had to question him and say, why are you making these videos like that? What's up with that? Because you don't never talk about the dark side of Europe. You don't talk about the dark side of India. You don't say the dark side of Asia. Why are you talking about the dark side of Africa and you claiming you Pan-African? And I noticed the reason why he was doing these things, because the negative influence he got from some stupid B-rap that promotes Asia. He was influenced. This is the same clown that said that he took his DNA and found out he was Ethiopian. So you have a lot of these people that put out false information because they're trying to get clout. They trying to look for some sort of they trying to look for some sort of they're trying to get rich off of exploiting African people. That's what they're doing. If I can exploit black folks in a bad light, then I could be famous. I could be rich overnight. And this is what you're seeing all the time. The Tariq Nasheeds, the Dan Callaways, even what is his name? Brother Bakari was telling me about him too. He started that whole FBH stuff. I didn't even know that. What's this guy's name? What's his name? Claude Anderson? Yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson. He started that. He started that whole we're not African people. Why I got this email? Who's calling me? Let me see something. I don't know who's calling me now. So yeah, so we got to be careful who we listen to. Leadership is very important. You got people that don't practice what they preach. You got people that come on YouTube and they would tell you, oh, don't do this. Don't let the white man do this. Don't let the white man do that. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do this. But when you see them going face to face with them, they don't show that. They're willing to compromise. They're willing to talk it out. This is the reason why I go hard on these black Muslims. That's the reason why I go on them, because they don't practice what they preach. And I noticed they will show more respect with people like Farrakhan, who showed that he's the biggest traitor. The biggest traitor. But they want you to respect him and love him anyway. But you can't, if you do the exact same thing he do, you will be persecuted. You will be called a sellout. This is I don't understand that. It just don't make no sense to me. So let me just put this in here. So we really got to focus on what it means to leadership. I want to do some screen sharing because of some things I want to talk about. Also, too, like I said, this is more like a brainstorming conversation. I'm not trying to have a I really don't. I just wanted to just come on here. I know me and Underrated Darkness was supposed to chop it up. I really didn't have any plan to do a live, but or maybe Brother Bakari wants to come on here. The link is in the chat. But I have learned that being on YouTube, that you're going to have people that they don't care about nothing. They don't use nothing as a tool to not only better themselves, but better their race. They don't use that as a tool. They don't say, well, you know what, let me use this as a tool to better myself. Even with the media is very political. The media is very political. They telling you about themselves. The white folks are telling you that, hey, if things go wrong, we eating people. They tell you that Jeffrey Dahmer is real. It's real. So we got to be very, very, like I said, they pushing this interracial stuff on black people and this homosexuality on black folks, because they trying to get black people into an unnatural state, putting black people to put black people back to sleep again. Because more of us will start waking up. They start seeing the lies. Now the politicians are more open now. They telling you, no, we're not for reparation. No, we're not. Okay, no problem. So they letting you know that they're letting you know, look, this is our agenda. They letting you know their agenda. They're not hiding nothing no more. The politicians not hiding nothing. The media is not hiding nothing no more. They want black people to wear these Astro boots now, and they want black people to be cool wearing Astro boots. like the Fruit Loop white boy cartoon. And you got black people walking around in the hood with Astro boots on. Are you kidding me? And they try to make that a fashion thing, so they want black people to look foolish in the hood. They look like clowns. It's bad enough they're wearing tight jeans. I'm sorry, tight cut-up jeans. It's bad enough they're wearing tight booty hugger jeans, and then you wearing Astro boots, these red cartoon Astro boots, just looking foolish. But they play on our psyche, and black folks they fall for anything. They fall for anything to get clout, to get some sort of recognition. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. I like, with me, it's just more like I said, like my homegirl Tanzania, she said, our people went rogue, man. But you got to take leadership. You got to be a leader and say, yo, enough is enough. A leader makes sacrifices. One thing I learned about being a leader, you got to learn how to make sacrifices. I lost friends being a leader. You're going to have to learn to make sacrifices. You're going to lose family. You're going to lose friends. Because some people don't want to grow. Some people don't want to change. People want to keep you in the same state over and over again. All those people, all that old crew that I had to leave them alone. They still doing the same crap. Talking about Pan-African all day. Talking about this, talking about the same garbage. You got one B-Rab, he's talking about Pan-Africanism all the time. He got something against Marcus Garvey. He hates religion. But at the same time, he called himself an angel. He hates religion, but he dressed up like a Muslim. He hates religion, but he said that the red bow tie represent wings, angel wings. He hates religion, but he's always giving credit to Elijah Muhammad. He hates religion, but he's always quoting from the Quran. Can somebody tell, how does that make sense? Please tell me how that makes sense. So, and again, he hates religion, but he's using the word things like soul. Soul is a religious term. That is a religious term. Soul, spirit, those are religious terms. You got a lot of confused people on YouTube. You got a lot of confused people on YouTube, but they call themselves a leader. Just confused, talking about the same garbage over and I'm tired of doing it. My job is to inspire, give the people the tools so they want to go out there and do something. It's obvious Pan-Africanism isn't working because why is people like Steve Harvey are going to Africa? Why is black people, they're not going to no reservations. They're not claiming that they're Native Indian. They're not claiming they're Asian. So why are people like Steve Harvey and Richard Pryor and all these, why are these people gravitating to Africa if these people wasn't African people? We should know, our DNA tell us that. Our DNA tell us who we are. We could feel it. But you got some Negroes out here, they want to invade people's programs and try to start confusion. No different. And then they give Europeans all this credit. Oh, you got this from the white man. You got that from the white man. You got this the white. Everything. Even you got Negroes. Even got Negroes. Shoot. You got black people are now meeting with KKK. And I just proved that with that dude Coxon. You got black people that's meeting with the KKK, having great conversations. Jason Black, another one, met up with the KKK. You got black people meeting with them and having great conversation, having beer and lunch with these motherfuckers. Something is wrong. Where's the leadership when it comes down to these things? There is none. There is no leadership. That's one of the reasons why I had to cut the guy off for 13 years, because he showed a lack of leadership. I remember the first incident where he started recording conversations. And I had to tell him, man, why are you recording? Oh, well, man, I download this app and I forgot to delete the app. And to be honest with you, I should have cut him off then. Because now you're starting to sound like an informant. And then it went from that to he started to go back and forth of I'm Pan-Africanism or I'm not pro-black and all this other stuff. He started going back and forth, flip-flopping. I didn't understand, even with the whole mixer equipment thing, I didn't understand what was the issue. Because first you're telling me, well, I want to start this radio, blah, 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 this and that. I'm like, okay, I was going to donate him. Thank God I didn't. But I was going to throw in 200 for him. But then he got a sucker that actually paid the whole equipment for him. And he never used it. He never used it. I said, hey, brother, why you didn't use the equipment? You got the equipment. Well, the guy who, the guy who bought it for me, he wanted to be the control of it, blah, blah, blah. I said, but you can't, that person can't do that. It's your channel. It's your channel. You call the shots. And then I realized later down the line, he was a damn crackhead. He was a crackhead. He had mentioned about his wife leaving him. Oh man, I'm going through a divorce. But your wife, your so-called ex, now your woman that you was living with, she wants to be with another dude. She taking the kids and sleep with another dude. Or well, she wasn't pro-black enough. Your man lost everything. Ended up with nothing. But you stabbed me in the back. For what? You stabbed me in the back for what? And now, he don't even talk about Pan-Africanism no more. He don't even talk about, now he wants to get on the coon train. He want to get on the goofy train now. I'm going to do the trending move now. Everything this man did failed. Everything. If he stuck in the right path, we would have took off. Then he gets on fan base, cooning on there, starting arguments, starting fights. Me and him got into it, even though he apologized. But I wasn't, at that point, it was just like, you've done too much. I let a lot of stuff go. And I know the two B-Rabs, I know they're very happy. But guess what? I'm happy too. Because that person, the crack baby from Michigan, was the weakest link. And we're going to learn to start making sacrifice. I'm a leader, damn it. And if I got to cut people off, that's not caught up into what I'm doing, or not, or on my level, I gotta dead them. I gotta dead them. That's it. I gotta leave them alone. I gotta just no, me and you, we ain't cool. We don't got beef, but me and you not cool no more. So I'm very happy. I'm cool. We done our time on YouTube. That was it. Because at the end of the day, he's not going to go nowhere. He's going to find himself alone and bored, just like the rest of them. Because these people are not true leaders. These people are not true leaders. And that's all they're going to do is sit around on YouTube talking about people who actually doing the work. They're not going to talk about Umar Johnson's school. They're going to find some fault somewhere down the line about his school that is basically finished. And it's a beautiful school, by the way. But you have Tariq Nasheed, still don't have a museum. He bought a retail store that he's going to eventually turn into a club. Because that's what I've seen. I saw a club. I didn't see a museum. But I guess the FBAs, the Brokeback Mountain FBAs, I guess they satisfied with that. They're satisfied with trash because they're not used to nothing. They're not used to nothing. Just like all the morons that I cut off, they wasn't used to nothing. They're gonna keep saying the same thing over the pipe dreams and the dark side of Africa, the Pan Africa. They're gonna keep saying the same thing like that's gonna change people. That's not gonna change me. That's not gonna change me. But the racist white people that's terrorizing your punk ass, you're not going to do nothing to them. And you made it, and they made it perfectly clear. All they want to do is take each other to court. You had one B-Rab said, well, yeah, he said something about, and this court thing, let me tell you something about this court situation. People will go into court and telling on each other. Just basically a bunch of snitches telling on one another. But let me say this. I don't need somebody to say, I have one people say, oh, well, God Nollywood did a great job exposing the Moorish Scientific. He did a great job dissing the Faceless Troll and the Bozo Muhammad. But he said when it came down to him, I slandered him. I defamed him. So here's my thing is this. If you really felt that way, then why you haven't take me to court? Why haven't you take me to court? Because you have to prove that. Everything is recorded. I record what you say and I address it. I'm not a Tasha K. I don't sit there with a drink in my hand and just gossip, and next you know it, I'm being sued for $2 million. Because that's what Tasha K did. And she kept talking about Cardi B. That was slander. That was because she did not prove her case. I always prove my case. Because if you felt that way, Mr. B-Rap mental patient, take me to court. But you can't. You should have. You should have done that. I don't defame nobody. I don't slander nobody. I don't do things like that. I'm, like I said, I'm not a male version of Tasha K. That's what people do when they want to get clout. That's what I'm saying. It was a lack of leadership in that old crew. And I'm glad that I hooked up with real positive brothers and sisters like Erica Howard and Brother Bakari and Underrated Darkness, Rennie P, Cuckoo Cutter, Brother Forecast Radio. It feels good to have really good, solid brothers and sisters on your side that you can really have great conversations with. Then you have people that are out here that you can have one little disagreement with, and next thing you know, they want to do a whole negative video about you. And you be like, well, wait a minute, I thought me and you was cool. Hey, peace, Underrated Dark. I put the link in the chat. I put the link in the chat again. Me and my brother could chop it up. But yeah, man. So yeah, but like I said, leadership is very important to me, man. And we gonna all be some sort of leaders in our own way. And like I said, I want to give a shout out to Brother Bakari's son. I don't know his name. Or Brother Bakari make. I don't know his son's name, but we had a great build. Very, very, very intelligent brother. And and that to me, and I was honored to speak to Brother Bakari's son. You know what I'm saying? I was very honored. So and that to me, I see strong leadership in that young brother. Like I said, it's leadership is very, very thin. That's the reason why I want to just talk about leadership and like I said, we show leadership in our own way. Our own way. You know, we don't have to agree on everything, but there's a goal that we try to meet as one. But sometimes, and I notice people want to, this is what I do notice when it comes down to our people just want to disagree with you just because. They don't really have a logical reason to disagree with you. I don't have a problem with HSBCUs. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's very beneficial to our people. So, but you got black folks, they will put it down, and they would just like anything else, they would put everything down. Anything that our people have done, you're gonna have our own people putting it down. And the only thing they're gonna say, well, that came from white folks. How do you know? How do you know it came from white folks? When there's documentation, white people got everything. Any knowledge they got it from African people since Greek and Rome. When ancient Greece got their information, they had to go to Africa. That's where they got all their deities and all that stuff. All that come from there. And of course, they took it and put their own lifestyle into it. And they took the information and they twist their own thing into it. And they took our deities, and what they did, they humanified it and threw in their lifestyle into it. So if their lifestyle is homosexuality, guess what? Well, we're going to humify our deities and make them look like us. And we could say, they like dudes and they're pedophilias and everything else. And that's what they did. They included their lifestyle into their deities. That's what they did. This is the reason why you see a humanified Jesus. We don't put things that looks like us. We represent nature. Everything that we represent nature. Our deities look like the animals and stuff, because that represent, when we have a lion head, that represent courage, strength. So we have to understand with all this stuff that we got to really study the world that we living in. You're going to have to really study the world that we living in, man. And like I said, we have to equip our children. We have to equip our children so they can dissect of what they're watching and who they listen to. They have to dissect that shit, man. We have to prepare our kids, man. And to me, that's what makes you a good parent. That's what makes you a good parent, to prepare your children. Stop listening to these morons who don't look. Do not listen to people with all this negativity and they don't have a family. No, their family don't want to have nothing to do with them, or they don't have any children. So they want to sit there and bad mouth and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And just like Cynthia G, when she had made a comment talking about, because she supported Margaret Sanger in aborting black babies, and you have some people agreed with her. You're always going to have a simp that's going to agree with her. But you got people like that, most likely they don't have any children. Because if they did, they would have said, no, I'm not cool with that because I have a son. But if you don't have any children, yeah, you're gonna do the simp thing. You're gonna simp. That's what you're gonna do. So unfortunately, you're going to have, like I said, leadership starts from home. Leadership starts from home. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. So when I talked about my daughter at 9 years old, and when she stood up and told her friend, don't mistreat someone who's being nice to you like that. Don't do that. That tells me that I'm doing something right. And I told her, don't stop doing that. Always defend right. Never defend wrong. Because she could have just not said anything. Or she could have just told Jacob, hey, Jacob, don't leave her alone. But she did not do that. She stood up. And she took up for young Jacob. Jacob was only 4 years old. And she became like a big brother. Like, don't mistreat him like that. He's just being nice. He's just putting a crown because he deserved that. You're a princess. You're a princess. You're putting a crown on your head. And black men, that's why I tell these sisters, stop mistreating these good black men. If a good black man's putting a crown on your head, don't be like, get that off of me. Get away from me. Don't do turn that good brother into a mean dude, and next thing you know, you was dude only a bitch, a hoe, and all this other stuff. They're looking stupid like, girl, why he's calling me that? But when he was being nice to you, oh, get away from me. Get her. Oh, you're disgusting. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you got a lot of decent brothers out here that do have respect. So we got to show leadership. So sisters, if you see your homegirl acting wild and out, and it's okay to say, hey, sister, don't act like that. The brother's just being nice to you. The brother just being nice. Don't act like that. If you want to buy you a drink, you could just say, no, thanks. I'm good. It's a certain way to, I guess, reject people without being nasty. And a lot of our sisters, they have this thing where this sisterhood where they want to laugh and giggle when a guy's trying to be nice to them, and they see their friend like, oh, get away from me, or they turn, instead of they say, hey, sister, don't act like that to that brother. He's all right. He's just being nice. We need to show leadership. And sometimes, yes, it's going to be where you're going to end up losing friends. Because some people don't like to be checked. Oh, you checking me? No, you can't check me. You got to be willing to lose friends. Like, no, well, we can't. If you're going to act like that, I can't fuck with you. I got to cut you off. And that's what I did. There was some people of my own crowd to cut them off. The crackhead from Michigan, I had to cut him off. I had to cut him off. Because he was toxic. He was toxic. I have not changed. And I shouldn't have to change. So I like I said, leadership is very important to me. You're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to lose friends, and you might have to end up losing family members too. Right is right. If there's something that you're against, like Dwayne Wade, he's promoting this. Oh, my son is it's okay to be a black boy to turn into a girl, because it was unheard of in the black communities, in the black neighborhoods. That was unheard of. That was unheard of. But Dwayne Wade wanted to be the first to say, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm cool with it. I'm okay with it. But you know what? We as fathers going to have to say, no, that is not cool. That is not cool. And I don't give a damn. And sometimes you might have to be willing to lose your job. That's what I'm saying. Righteousness and leadership is you're going to have to make sacrifices. And some of our black people are too weak. They're too weak to make that type of sacrifice. They will just go along to get along. A lot of black people don't want structure in their family. They like chaos. They like drama. They like to go back and forth. Because technically there's a lot of pain in their lives. They don't like to, they eat, even though their health is bad. They got a bad diet. Terrible diet. So we gotta be like I said, leadership. Leadership is very important. So yeah, but that's pretty much what I was. Like I said, I didn't want to be on too long. I put the link in the chat. Anybody want to come on and chop it up with me? You know what I'm saying? If not, I'll just close out. I know tomorrow I have a premiere with me and Underrated Darkness. And we see him, we got us, we chopping it up. We had a great conversation. And I don't know if he's still in the chat. If he wants to come on, he's welcome to come on. And we could start building. But I just want to just throw that in there because people don't know what leadership is. And it's just something I want to just discuss. Because a lot of people that get on here and spread false information, false rumors, and we gotta do our homework. You gotta do our homework. So a lot of things I want to start doing. I want to travel more. And like I said, leadership starts within yourself. I want to get healthier. I haven't worked out, like I said, I just started working out this past Monday. So my whole focus is on getting back, getting to the health kick now and eating healthy. And not just my body right, my mind got to be right. My mind got to be on point. I want to get my mind, healthier, stay away from the drama, because drama is nothing but toxic. Stay away from the drama, stay away from the foolishness, because I know when people are bored and they unhappy with themselves, they want to drag you in their bullshit. Like I said, I'd rather pull up on people's live feed if they got something they want to get off their chest. I'll pull up on your live feed. Just like that dude Coxon. I'll pull up on his live feed and think nothing of it. You got something on your chest? I'll come see you. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to keep making videos. I will come see you. Because the only thing these guys are going to do is block me. That's the only thing they're going to do is block. I don't think about these people. But as all of it is, these people want to think about me. So let me see something. I do want to play one more thing before I go. Let me see. It was just this. I want to give a shout out to Chris Rock, man, because he really fired back on Will Smith. I don't know if anybody heard about that one, but let me see if I have that. I know I've got that video somewhere. Let me see. And I'll just play the video. Where's that video? Steve, I think I had that video same here. I thought I had it. Oh shoot. Let me see if it's this one. Okay, here we go. Let me play this real quick. I always want to play this Chris Rock because I thought this was very interesting. Here we go. Check this out. I love this because he finally respond. Because I'm going to check out the stand up. Okay, I definitely want to hear it. But this is like a when he finally respond to the slap, and I'm so glad because this is something that I talked about the whole entanglement when Jada Pinkett, told Will Smith in his face, hey, I slept with my son's best friend. And Will Smith, his attitude was like, oh well, you okay. Like he wasn't angry about it for some kind of reason. Like your wife tell you that on national TV that she had an affair and you okay with that? Doesn't make any sense. But I think this is it right here. I'll just play it.
Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? How come you didn't do nothing back that night? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. They're like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel?
Nah, that's not what I want. Oh, they chopping it up. Let me see.
Smith. Everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. Fucking last week, I got smacked in the fucking Oscars by this motherfucker. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears. Fucking drums, please. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gail crying. You will never see it. Never gonna happen. I couldn't believe it, and I love Men in Black. No. It's never gonna happen. No. Fuck that shit. I took that hit like Pacquiao, motherfucker. I took it like motherfucking Pacquiao, okay? Shit, man. Did it hurt? Yeah, motherfucker, it hurt. And people are, well, you guys are fighting all the time. We're not fighting. First of all, I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We are not the same size, okay? We are not. This guy, Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm in a movie getting open heart surgery, I got on a sweater. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? He played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City. Pookie, motherfucker. I played a piece of corn in Pootie Tang. Shit, even in animation, this motherfucker's bigger. I'm a zebra, he's a shark. What the fuck, man? But Will Smith practices selective outrage.
That's right.
Practices selective outrage. Because everybody knows what the fuck happened. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I didn't have any entanglements. I did not have any entanglement. And then for people that don't know, and everybody knows, Will Smith, his wife was fucking her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. They're like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel? Why the fuck would you do that shit? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He didn't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a bitch. Fucking Charlemagne called him a bitch, and the Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and the View, and the Talk, and every rapper, and the Drink Champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. A nigga he know he could beat. That is some bitch ass shit. The fuck out, okay? The fuck out of here, man. The fuck? What the fuck? I do nothing to this motherfucker, okay? His whatever. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated for Emancipation. The biggest piece of shit ever. Okay? And then so the nigga gives me a fucking concussion. No, not Emancipation. I fucked up the joke. Concussion. She fucking said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. What the fuck? What the fuck? So then I do some jokes about her. Who gives a fuck? That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it, okay? That's what the fuck happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this shit. Nobody was picking on her. She said, me, a fucking grown-ass man should quit his job because her husband didn't get nominated for concussion.
Yeah, I had to play that. That was funny. That was funny. I gotta watch the whole stand-up. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Chris Rock fan. So, you know, I definitely gotta check that out. You know, just a little taste of it. But I don't know if anybody's seen it. But yeah, it's I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm probably check it out tomorrow. If not today, tomorrow. I'll probably most likely probably tonight. But yeah, but you know, I didn't want to stay on too long. I just want to just thank everybody for the 5K. And yes, you're gonna have haters, and because their channel still ain't growing, and all that other stuff. And you know, from my old team, the old team I had, the old garbage team I had, they still check out my page, and they still want to take shots at me and all this other stuff. And let them do it. Let the haters hate. I love when the haters hate. I love it. Because that means I'm doing something right. I'm doing something that they can never do. They can never do. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, I tell my people who ever listen to this, continue being a leader. Stand up for right. Stand up for right. You see your friend doing wrong or whatever like that, let them know. Look, no, you out of line. You out of line. I'm not with that. And if you might have to lose that person as a friend, then so be it. Then so be it. You know? Because a real friend will respect you. A real friend be like, hey, you know what? You're right. I was out of pocket. I was out of pocket. You know, some people don't like to be checked. And when those don't like to be checked, those don't like to be what they call disciplined, then you got to leave them be. You got to leave them be. You got to leave them where they are. And you got to move forward. You know what I'm saying? If they can't close the gap, then you got to leave them behind. You got to leave them behind. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people that love to live in a gutter because their life is so corrupt. They want to spread their hate on social media platforms. Talk about countries that they never been. Talking about continents they never been. And say how bad that is. But their neighborhood is in shambles. They out there drinking dirty water, poisoned lead with lead in it. But they want to talk about a continent they never been. They want to talk about Pan-Africanism all day, but they dealing with a white neighbor, a white Karen in their building. They dealing with that every day. They dealing with a white person terrorizing them, but they want to talk about Pan-Africanism all day. They're letting you know, these people letting you know they're oppressed, and they want to spread their miserable lives in the world. Let everybody know they're oppressed. Tariq Nasheed is not happy. Tariq Nasheed is not happy. He thinks he is, but he's not happy. Because his whole thing is, I want to take lead. I want to take this FBA further. I want to be the next I don't know. I don't know what these people are trying to be. But he said the FBA's are butt broken. So that's what they are. That's what they are. I know that's not what I am, because I'm not FBA. I'm not FBA. So I know I know that had nothing to do with me. So I'm gonna go. Again, I want to thank everybody who came through and congratulate me. And again, we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow. Brother Bakari's channel is growing. You know, a lot of people is coming through him and supporting him. So I'm glad that, you know, Underrated Darkness, he's doing his thing. I want to thank everybody that came through. I want to thank Catherine. I want to thank my sister Rennie P for thank you showing me love. I want to thank Underrated Darkness for coming through. I want to thank Brother Bakari for coming through, and Cool Gamer. And like I said, let's continue doing our thing. Let's continue doing it. Let's continue being leaders. All right. Stop listening to these people, these fake people that claim they're leaders, and they're not leaders. They are the biggest cowards of them all. The biggest cowards. But they'll get on you to tell you what you need to do. They'll get telling you the rules and the regulations, but they don't even follow their own rules and regulations because they feel that rules don't apply to them. Next thing you know it, you go out there and listen to them, and you be in a situation. These so-called leaders, they're not trying to help you. The Tariq Nasheeds and the Farrakhans and all of these people would not help you. They would not be there for you. They will not be there for you. So I tell people, go ahead and criticize me. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead because I celebrate Christmas. Go ahead because I celebrate Thanksgiving. What do you do that will beat that? What can you do that will beat that? Because your religion is a contradictory. Because a Muslim should not practice Christianity. They should not be quoting from no Bible and vice versa. So you don't have nothing in place to say, hey, you know what? This is better. But they don't. Hell, you got black people don't even like Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a family thing. It's not even Kwanzaa has nothing to do with religion. It's a family. It's for family to get together to talk about life, talk about the future. It's a family-oriented holiday. That's all it is. And then you got black. Oh, that dude, the dude created the Kwanzaa. He's an agent. You know, it's always something. Either our people either an agent or they got the information from the white man. It's always some foolery. And it's coming from other black folks oppression. These black people have been beat down so much that they come on social media to spread their hatred. And why would you gravitate to that? Why would anybody want to gravitate to that nonsense? It's a shame. So we got to do better as a people. Leadership, like I said, when you get into leadership, always embrace righteousness. Embrace the thing that's right and check the wrong. You know, sometimes that friendship thing is in the back burner. Hey, you know, we cool and all, but no, you can't do that. No, we can't. No, we're not having that conversation. You know, sometimes no, you can't be mistreating people like that. So we have to really, really start taking the responsibility and start learning and taking accountability as well. This is the reason why I did the program called the false teachings. Because you got people out here spreading all this nonsense that don't work. So with that said, I'm going to get something to eat. And I want to thank everybody for the 5K. And like I said, I'm gonna try to go for that 6K. And we're gonna do it. Like I said, I'm growing. I let the haters hate, because we are winning. We are winning. And with that said, family, I'm out of here. Peace, love, and Ashe.